Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Jayok here and welcome to another video on the channel. Today, as you see in the title, I am going to give you guys my 2022 MLB predictions. That means standing predictions, that means playoff predictions, award winners. So, it's going to be a fun one. Alright, I'm going to start it out with the American League, and we'll start out in the AL East. There's the 5 teams in those divisions, because there's three divisions per 2 leagues, and each division has 5 teams if you don't know baseball like that. So in the American League East, you have the Boston Red Sox, you have the Tampa Bay Rays, the Baltimore Orioles, the New York Yankees, and the Toronto Blue Jays. Those are all 5 teams. And the early favorite by a lot of fans this year is the Blue Jays, and I mean, why not? They finished 4th in the division last year with 91 wins. That's just incredible, and how the AL East, how the top 4 teams played last year. My bad for my throat. Allergies are getting to me. Got a bunch of mucus and everything. But we're going to just slide past that. But the Blue Jays, Yankees, Red Sox, and Rays all won over 91 games last year. That's wild. And then the Orioles had the worst record in baseball. But that's to expect. So, that's why I got this blank space next to me to show you guys my predictions. Of course, I'll start at the bottom. Let's just go ahead and put Baltimore is going to finish last. That's just how that's going to be. The Orioles are going to finish last. They didn't really do anything to fix their roster like that. And plus, this division is just so top heavy. It's going to be hard for them to even compete. Now, this is where it gets interesting. This is hard for me. The AL East is definitely going to be one of the harder divisions to pick. Just for the fact that we had 4 teams that could have easily made the playoff. And MLB did expand their playoffs. 7 teams get in now. So this division literally could put in all 3 wildcard teams. For 4th place, I think I'm going to go with the Red Sox. The Red Sox did add Trevor Story, so that's going to help their offense out. Just have questions about their pitching staff this year. I have questions about their pitching staff. It's going to be curious to see what they do. But I'm going to take the Red Sox 4th. But the top 4 teams are going to be equally as good as last year, though. I can already see that. For 3rd, I think I'm going to take the Yankees in 3rd. The Yankees didn't really make many moves either. And I don't know, they ain't making enough moves to me to make themselves as the favorite to win this division, if you get what I mean. But I will pick them to finish 3rd in the division. So we got Tampa and Toronto as our last 2 teams in this division. And for 2nd place, I'm not going to give them 1st place yet. I'm going to pick the Blue Jays to finish 2nd in that division, giving the Tampa Bay Rays the division championship again. But I do see this division putting two playoff teams in, flirt with a 3rd one getting in. That's just how good the AL East is, man. That brings us to the American League Central. If you don't know, that division has the Chicago White Sox. You got the Cleveland Guardians, known as the Indians for the last forever. You got the Detroit Tigers, Kansas City Royals, and the Minnesota Twins. And honestly, this division definitely improved. Minnesota finished last year, and they added in pretty good pitching, and they added in Carlos Correa. which he might only be here for this year. He might stick out all 3 years. Who knows? But Correa's signed. The Royals and Tigers are two young teams. The Tigers especially are on the climb to being one of the best teams. So yeah, I'll start out 5th in last place in this division. I'm going to go ahead and say that the Kansas City Royals are going to finish last. Even though they did improve on their team, I mean, this was a division where even with Minnesota finishing last year, everybody had 70-plus wins. So the division wasn't too bad. Definitely wasn't up to the AL East part of this, but so I'm going to take Kansas City in 5th. 4th, I'm going to take the Twins. I don't think they improved too much in order to raise up where they were, because last year in my prediction, I didn't record my prediction last year, but I wrote it down last year, and I picked the Twins to win the division, so that made me look fucking stupid as hell. But I got Kansas City, then I got Minnesota. Here's a shocker. 3rd place, I'm going to go with the Cleveland Guardians. I'm going to go with the Guardians. I feel like the team that I'm picking 2nd made better moves. They're young, and they have a shot to make some noise soon. So we got Kansas City, we got Minnesota, we got Cleveland so far. In 2nd, I am picking the Detroit Tigers for the fact they added Javi Baez to go with the roster that's young, and they finished 3rd last year when a lot of people weren't expecting to see that jump. I'm expecting to see another jump in this team. I think this team can easily get to 500. I think this team is easily a team that can reach 500. Maybe try to flirt around with trying to get to a wild card berth, but I'm going to take the Tigers 2nd. Leaving me to pick the White Sox to win the division again. And the White Sox made some noise this offseason, so that brings us to our last division in the American League, which is the AL West, which features my favorite team, the LA Angels. We got the Rangers, Astros, Athletics, and Mariners. So let's go ahead and just start the picture off. Oakland, you're finishing last. What they did this offseason was embarrassing for baseball, and it was the fact that throughout the lockout they talked about putting in a draft lottery so we can stop teams from like tanking the way that they used to in the past. And then, right after the lockout, Oakland decided they're still going to tank and don't give a fuck. And they traded everybody. They have traded everybody except one pitcher. And he'll still end up getting traded eventually. But Oakland's definitely finishing last. 4th, and then a little improvement. I mean, they added in 2 middle infielders that both are MVP calibers. Have questions about their pitching, but I'm taking the Rangers to finish 4th in this division. Like I said, they did improve on last year. I just don't think it's going to be a jump where they go from last to like 1st. So we'll see that. 3rd, I'm going to take the Astros. My God, these allergies are getting to me. I'm going to take the Astros, and why I'm taking the Astros is because they lost Correa. They lost Greinke. Their ace is now Verlander, who's coming off Tommy John, but I mean, Verlander is still going to be Verlander at the end of the day. They just didn't make moves to me. They didn't make moves at all to me, which kind of surprised me. I thought they would be aggressive and spend money and try to make moves, but they didn't really make moves this year. That brings us to 2nd place in the division, and right here I will be taking the Seattle Mariners because I think the Mariners are going to definitely be. They were one of the stories last year. They almost flirted with making the playoffs. Missed it by a game. They missed it by a game. Meaning I'm taking my Angels to win the division this year, and it's not a bias thing. It's just we added to the roster. We're hopefully going to have Trout and Rendon healthy for a full year to just join Ohtani in the lineup. Syndergaard, if he's completely healthy, we're going to be a tough team to beat. And our bullpen is one of the top 5 in baseball now, adding in Tepera and we added in Archie Bradley. I mean, we got one of the top 5 bullpens in baseball, so we're definitely going to be much improved this year. So, my division winners would be Tampa, Chicago, and the Angels. Which I'm going to be giving the White Sox the 1 seed. So, let me pick my wild card teams. And off the bat, I'm taking Toronto and I'm taking New York. They're both going to be wild card teams. Which leads the third wild card for choosing. And you got a bunch of teams. Red Sox are going to be there. Tigers are going to be there. Seattle's going to be there. Houston's going to be there. I think I'm going to give this third and final wild card to the Seattle Mariners. Yeah, I'm going to give that wild card to the Mariners. The top 2 seeds get a bye. The wild card round is a best of 3 at the higher seed. Fuck! So the top 2 seeds are by the 3 seed hosts the 6 seed, and then the 4 seed hosts the 5 seed in a best of 3 series. Okay, I like that. So yeah, so then if I pick the 2nd seed, it'd probably, I don't know, I don't care. Just know my 6 playoff teams in the American League are going to be Tampa, Chicago, the Angels, Blue Jays, Yankees, and Mariners. So that now moves us to the National League, and we will start it in the East. In the East is the reigning World Series champion Atlanta Braves. You got the Mets, Phillies, Nationals, and Marlins. So we'll start out last place and didn't really improve that much. The Washington Nationals. The Nationals will finish last again. Just ahead of them is going to be the Marlins, because they both didn't really improve like that. Now we get 3. And I don't think the Phillies really improved that much. But I'm going to take the Phillies to finish 3rd. Okay, I'll just give it away. Atlanta's winning this division again. What's going to hurt the Mets this season, which is what's kind of tough for me to pick them to finish 2nd, is the fact that DeGrom, he's hurt again, which sucks for baseball because he is literally the best pitcher in baseball. It sucks. But with him being hurt, I don't. It's going to be like a coin flip between who wins the, who can finish 2nd behind the Braves. Because I feel, even though the Braves did lose Freeman, I mean, trading for Olsen is great. And plus, he's younger than Freeman. I mean, of course, you want Freddie to come back because that's literally the face of the franchise there. But Olsen just is going to hop right into that slot. I mean, they're still going to be without Acuna for the first month of the season, but when he comes back and he joins that lineup, and then the Braves need to get Soroka back. If Soroka can stay healthy for them, then they would be deep in the rotation. But problem is, he's been hurt the last, 3 years. He's supposed to be the future ace, and he's been hurt the last 3 years. And that brings us to the National League Central, which includes teams like the Pirates, Cardinals, Reds, Brewers, and Cubs. Last place is hard to pick because the Reds sold the fuck out of their team this year. I don't know who to pick in last. Honestly, don't. I'll just show you top 3 right here. I'm taking St. Louis to win the division. I love that Pujols went back. Him and Yachty and Wainwright are probably all calling it quits. I know Yachty is. I know Pujols is. So you would expect Wainwright. He's going to call it quits. Milwaukee's going to finish 2nd. Just for the fact that they improved a little bit in the offseason. The Cubs are going to finish 3rd. They got one of my favorite players in free agency, Marcus Stroman. I hate that the Angels didn't get him. 4th and 5th is going to be you can pick it either way. I'm going to take Pittsburgh and then I'm going to take Cincinnati to finish last. Because Cincinnati, they sold everybody away too. Let's go to the NL West now. Okay, without even questioning it, Dodgers won. You guys are bad for baseball. Quit trying to buy World Series rings. the COVID championship does not count. You guys had to play 60 games to win a championship. 60 games. Who am I going to pick second? I think I'm going to go with the Giants. I know everybody's like falling in love with San Diego, but the Giants are really good. They were sneaky good last year. I think they're going to stay right where they are. San Diego, I'm going to take third. And then Colorado is going to be fourth. And then, of course, Arizona last because Arizona, yeah. That brings us to the wild card teams in the National League. Let's start it out. San Francisco is going to make it as a wild card team. I already feel that. I'll go with the Mets. We'll see if the Mets can stay healthy in order to make a wild card. And my last wild card team, you know what? We're going to every division. Milwaukee's going to make it as a wild card team. So based off my standings, guys, the playoffs, Tampa Bay, the White Sox, Angels, Blue Jays, Yankees, Mariners. You got Braves, Cardinals, Dodgers, Giants, Mets, and Brewers. So I will give my little playoff prediction. So, okay, yeah, I did say I was going to do that. All right, woo, pop it over here. We got the wild card series. Best of 3. I'm not predicting how many games it's going to go. I'm just picking winners. So, I'll say in the American League, the 1 and 2 seeds, Tampa's going to be 1. And then 2 is going to be the White Sox. So, that would be the Angels would be 3. So, the Angels would play the last wild card team, Seattle. So, Angels versus Seattle in the 3-game series. I would take the Angels to win that. Yankees versus the Blue Jays in the other wild card matchup. And that game that series would go 3. But I think Toronto would actually win that series. So that puts the Angels, Blue Jays, White Sox, and Tampa. So Toronto would play Tampa. The Angels would play Chicago in the DS. For the National League, top 2 seeds are going to be Dodgers 1, of course. That's obvious. Dodgers are going to be the best team in baseball this year. Number 2, I'll give it to the Atlanta Braves. So the Braves will have a first-round bye, meaning St. Louis is the 3 seed. They would have to take on the 6 seed, which I'll give it to the Mets. I think the Brewers are going to be a higher seed than the Mets. And I think St. Louis has enough to win that series, which would bring us to San Francisco and Milwaukee in a wild card series, which that would be a fun series to watch, but I think the Giants would win that easily. That would put us in the division series now. And we'll start out American League. Tampa Bay would be playing Toronto, and that would be a fun series to watch, which I think I will go with Tampa Bay to win that series. And Tampa's still going to be, they're still going to be Tampa at the end of the day. That brings us to the White Sox and the Angels. That'll be a fun series. And I'm not going to be biased this year. Well, I'm never trying to be biased, honestly, when it comes to predictions like this. But I picked the Angels to win the division and get to the league championship series last year. Definitely didn't work out. So I'm not going to do that this year. I'm going to take the White Sox to beat the Angels, but that will go all 5. In the National League, we got Dodgers taking on the Giants. And that'll be a fun series to watch, but LA's just so good. They're going to be so good. And then we'd have Atlanta and St. Louis. And this is where Pujols and Yachty and Wainwright's career is going to come to an end. I think the Braves are just going to be so good. And we're going to get a freaking rematch for the 3rd straight year in the championship series between the Dodgers and Braves. For the American League, we got Tampa and we got Chicago. And I think the White Sox are so good. They're so young and talented. I think the White Sox are going to have enough to get to the World Series this year. In the World Series, they would have to play the Dodgers and Braves winner, and that's going to be a fun series. They always play a fun series when it comes into the playoffs. At the end of the day, I think the Dodgers, they're just so good. They are really just so good. Bringing us to a Dodgers-White Sox World Series. And you know where this is going. The White Sox do not have the firepower to keep up with the Dodgers. That's obvious. That's just so obvious. The Dodgers are going to be my pick to win the World Series. So, that brings us to award winners. And we will start it out with MVPs. And the MVPs for both leagues. In the American League, for MVP, get ready for a bounce back year. Mike Trout's coming back for that MVP. Ohtani held it for 1 year for him and then said, all right, here you go, you can have it back. Trout's going to come back and win MVP. The National League MVP. This is going to be a fun one. Because there's going to be a lot of names out there that have potential to win the MVP in the National League. I'm just trying to think about rosters real quick and who can just like surprise everybody and win MVP. I got a blank spot in my head right now. I'm thinking really. Fuck it. He's been in the rumors about maybe getting traded this year. I think he's going to get his first MVP. Juan Soto. I'm going to take Juan Soto to win the MVP. That brings us to Rookie of the Year. The American League. This one's going to be a fun one to watch because you got Torkelson's going to be here. Bobby Witt Jr. is going to be here. Julio Rodriguez, he's going to be there. And the last one I just said, Julio Rodriguez, is a stud. He is a stud. And I'm going to take him to win the Rookie of the Year in the American League. National League, I don't know many rookies in the National League. I really actually don't. Now I'm about to look at predictions for Rookie of the Year. Sporting news. You know, I'd never trust sporting news. Ever. Oh, they got that kid from the Pirates. Oh, yeah. He's a fucking stud. He's a 6'7" shortstop. Oh, yeah, I'm taking O'Neal Cruz. O'Neal Cruz, yes, sir. Be my Rookie of the Year. Now that brings us to the Cy Young Award. Who am I going to pick as Cy Young Award winners? In the American League, who is going to be my Cy? Well, National League, I would love to pick, you know, but he's going to be hurt. Let's see. This article has Dylan Cease from the White Sox. Oh, they got a bunch of guys over here. There's Bobby Witt Jr. Oh, yeah, there's a kid from the Cubs, but O'Neal Cruz is going to be fucking tough. I see Garrett Cole. I don't know. No Garrett Cole. This dude got Ohtani win Rookie of the Year, or Cy Young. That would be tough. I want to go out left field with my Cy Young. Honestly. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to come out left field on both of my Cy Young picks. In the American League from the Toronto Blue Jays, Kevin Gausman. I'm going to take Gausman to win Cy Young in the American League. Blue Jays have back-to-back Cy Young Award winners. National League. It's hard because you got Buehler. You still got Scherzer. DeGrom will probably be DeGrom when he comes back. Oh, yeah, this dude is fucking biased. He picked the Mets to win the World Series. Mets are not going to win the World Series. Mets won't get to the World Series. Now, watch me have to come back to this video in November and be like, yep, maybe I fucked up. Yeah, there's one. Carlos Rodon. He left the White Sox to go to the Giants this year. I think he's going to win Cy Young. So we got MVP, Rookie of the Year, Cy Young. Oh, yeah, let's go to my division, or my championship series. That's where you put in your CS MVP. And I got the White Sox winning the ALCS. So my MVP of the ALCS. Remember, this is a prediction thing. It might not happen. I'm going to say Luis Robert. Luis Robert as the MVP. For the Dodgers, MVP of the NLCS. We got so many choices. I'll go Trey Turner. Trey Turner for MVP of that. And then World Series MVP with the Dodgers picked to win it. My MVP for the World Series. I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna fucking shock you guys with this. Cody Bellinger. You know why? Because Bellinger shows up in October. So be ready for that. That's all my picks. Yeah, that's everything. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I know it's a long one. I just want to go over everything. Let me know your picks for all the playoffs and award winners and who you're picking to win the World Series. Just to recap, Tampa, White Sox, Angels, Blue Jays, Yankees, and Mariners are my our playoff teams. National League, we have Atlanta, St. Louis, the Dodgers, Giants, Mets, and Brewers. Wild Card Series, which is the best of 3. I have the Angels over Seattle, Toronto over New York. Got St. Louis over the Yankees. I got the Yankees losing to Toronto. Mets losing to the Cardinals. San Francisco losing to Milwaukee. In the Division Series, you got Tampa over Toronto, Chicago over the Angels, Dodgers over Giants, and Atlanta over St. Louis. Championship Series, you got Tampa getting beat by Chicago. You got the Dodgers beating the Braves, with MVPs being Luis Robert from the White Sox and Trey Turner from the Dodgers. And then Dodgers over White Sox in the World Series with Bellinger as the MVP. MVPs, I got Mike Trout, Juan Soto. Rookie of the Year is Julio Rodriguez and O'Neal Cruz. And Cy Young, I got Kevin Gausman and Carlos Rodon. So those are all my picks. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys, as always, like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you guys don't miss an upload. With that being said, I will catch you guys on the next one.
It takes time. I'm just trying to be the greatest. I gotta keep grinding. It takes time. You miss the shots you don't take. Give me the chance and I take mine. Trust the process like MLB. Success will come. It just takes time.